Hi everyone, my name is Ty Grant. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I have spent a lot of my life in Mississippi as well. Excuse me, but I'm reading off this paper right here so I can just make sure I cover everything. For short, you can call me Ty. That's my nickname. That's pretty much what everyone calls me. I am the oldest of two siblings. I'm the only girl, and I have two younger brothers by the age of 18, and the other one is 13 years old. They are originally from Mississippi as well. I'm actually located in New Orleans, Louisiana right now. I just recently moved from Mississippi. I was actually living in Starkville, going to school on campus. This isn't my first time taking online classes. However, I have took them in the past actually. But last semester I did attend state on campus. I'm a sophomore. I'm a second year sophomore at Mississippi State University. Let's see. My experiences online. Um, this isn't my first distance course. Actually, I actually did my first semester online my freshman year in college. I was actually living in Missouri. My dad was in Fort Leonard Wood because he's military, and so my freshman year at state, I actually went online. Um, I pretty much have the hang of everything online. My advice to people that have never taken a class online is just make sure you stay up to date with your emails. If you have an iPhone or an Android or whatever, make sure that you keep your email notifications coming to your phone daily. And if you don't, make sure you're around devices where you can check your email daily. What I did to stay organized whenever I do take online courses is I make sure that I print out the syllabus, or I make sure I print out the classroom assignments and stuff like that, so I don't have to hop on the computer every time just to figure out whatever I need to do for that week. Another thing what I do is I pretty much just keep a week paper, and I'll kind of put it close, but this is week 2, for example, and I know my handwriting is kind of slanted, but what I do is just keep a schedule of everything that's due within the week's time or the weeks that's upcoming. And so it's week 2 of class, so what I do is I just make sure that I like highlight for each course that I'm taking, and then under the course that I'm taking, I put all the assignments that's actually due for that week's time. And that really does help me, so I won't be, like scattered all over the place, like, well, what am I gonna do, and like, what's due this week, or is something due today? Like, I just have a set schedule of everything that I do for the week, just to keep me updated and organized. I know a lot of people use planners and stuff like that, and I am a big organization freak, but just simple print paper and just pretty much just write down everything that's due is pretty much how I continue to keep track of everything. My online experiences are great, and I can say that it's just what you make it. So if you make it out to be hard, it's going to be hard. Don't treat it just because it's online that it's going to be easy, because it's not. It takes a lot of self-dedication, because I don't have my professor sitting in front of me every day or every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday telling me what's due and what I need to do. I actually have to go on the computer and find out myself, and all the information from my professors are going to have that information available to me. It's just up to me to actually go there and actually do it. So it's more of a self-dedication thing. So if you are very self-dedicated in passing, then you will do it. But if you constantly need someone to kind of tell you or remind you of what you need to do, then I advise you to just kind of like go on campus. My career goals, in 5 years I can see myself as a professor. Actually, my major is sociology, if I hadn't mentioned that earlier on the video, but my major is sociology, and in 5 years I do plan to be teaching at a university teaching sociology. So that's what my goals are. This course actually will help me be the professor that I can, like the professor that I strive to be, because it's very important for me to have great communication skills, and it's it's good to be intellectual, but at the same time it's awesome to know how to be intellectual and how to reach out to certain audience, especially when you're dealing with a crowd that is totally different from you. And intro to communications is really going to help me be more outspoken and be able to kind of like get my words in. And I'm a very talkative person, but if I'm speaking in front of a crowd, I will speak, but sometimes I'll pause and try to like think of what I'm trying to say, or want to say what I want to say, but I can't think of the words to actually like word it into a sentence. So hopefully this course will kind of like help me with things like that, and also just learn how to talk to different people from different cultures, and you know know how to reach out to different audiences that's different from me personally. um have I ever done public speaking? Yes and no. I was a I was really big into organizations in high school. I was actually in my class. I was actually the senior class president. So a lot of the times I did have to speak into big crowds as far as my class go, and update them and kind of pretty much stir them into the direction of whatever we're doing. So I've always had to do a lot of public speaking. Um, so it's really not new to me, but it's sort of still new to me because now that I'm in college, it's totally different when you have to speak about certain topics and stuff like that in front of a big crowd of people. So yes and no. Um, how did I prepare about speaking to different people? What I do basically is, like I said, I'm really big in organization, so I'll literally write down everything, or kind of pretty much like pre-plan what I'm gonna say, just so I have a general idea of what I'm gonna say, instead of kind of like just going on the spotlight and just speaking freely. Um, how did I feel about it? I feel like whenever you are talking to the audience, you have to be very like confident. So I just think to myself like, okay, be confident and you'll have a positive outcome. So I liked it because I like speaking in public and I like talking. So I really enjoyed it overall. I love to work in groups. I like to get like different people ideas and then make it into one really big idea. Um, also, the role that I kind of like playing is the group is like, I do like being a leader. I don't know why. It's just like that big leadership thing to me that I've always done in high school. I've always liked to kind of like take charge. But since I've been in college, I like to let other people like take charge too. Um, in terms of communication, my strengths, um, I can see that communication will be really big, especially in my career, because if I'm going to be a sociology professor, of course, I'm going to have to talk about lectures at hours at a time, and then talk about the same thing to different classes at a different time. So I want to be able to know how to catch my audience, but at the same time inform them of what's going on. So that'll be my strength because I'm really good at that. Um, One problem or area of concern regarding my communication skills is, like I said, sometimes you'll catch me like talking and then I'll kind of get like caught up in my words, and I have to like hurry up and think about what I'm trying to say because I know exactly what I want to say, but it's just not coming out of my mouth. So that's one problem that I have, and hopefully taking this course will kind of like help me like smoothly like flow with my sentences and what I'm trying to say. My goal for this semester is to overall just become a better communicator for myself, and for my future as far as teaching goes, and also for like simple things as well as like lecturing or going through interviews. I want to be able to talk freely and be able to just commit myself into saying whatever that I want to say without being hesitant, and being afraid that what I'm saying doesn't make sense.